guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Denise and I am literally in the same house. I'm just sitting in a different location, okay? I feel like I always sit in my room because I like my room. I think it's comfortable, so I choose to record my videos there. But I feel like this is also a comfortable enough space for me to be able to record these videos, and I don't feel like being that active. So this video was actually suggested by Precious, so thank you very much. I've been actually thinking about doing it, but I'm so glad you suggested it. I'm gonna be talking about 21 things I learned in 2021. I mean, I personally feel like 2019 to 2021 were just like very tough for me in just so many ways, and there were years for me to learn a lot of things, and I'm gonna share some of those things with you guys. And some of these things might be things that you already know or things that are already there, but they might also sound repetitive, but they're things that I have learned. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to this channel, make sure you turn on those post notification bells so you don't miss out on any of my videos. All right, let's go right into the video. Lesson number one that I learned in 2021 is that just do it and do it now. I'm the kind of person that's like, if I'm not really passionate about something, I'm not gonna do it then. Like, I'm gonna push it and push it and push it until I run out of time, and then I'm gonna like scramble around and be like, oh, I gotta get this done. Like, I'm like that, and that's how I like push myself to work better and to do better. But it's very stressful. If you want to achieve a goal, if you want to get somewhere, do it now and not later. If it's an assignment, if it's meeting up with friends, you know, if it's going to a party, do it then, now. Number two is people pleasing is a waste of your valuable time. A lot of times, like, some of us love people pleasing, okay? You always like wanting to please this person, wanting to please that person. It's never gonna work out. It doesn't work out. It just wastes so much of your time. You could literally be doing other things while you're trying to please somebody else. Like, stop people pleasing, okay? You're not gonna please everybody. Number three is unfollowing people on social media is self-care. When you see somebody who does way better than you and you end up unfollowing them, that is perfect. That's amazing, because if that's doing harm stuff, if it's bringing harmful thoughts, harmful actions, if it's making you envy somebody else's life, if unfollowing is the best decision you could ever give to yourself, give that gift to yourself, okay? Because social media honestly has started doing so much damage to us than anything else, because we're all literally all over the place. We're there scrolling down, looking at what's popping, how somebody's popping out there. Unfollow people if you have to. If it's unhealthy for you, unfollow them. Number four is learn to say no. Oof, I'm really bad at that one, because when you're a people pleaser, it's very hard to say no to people. Like, you just want to help out in any way you can, and if whatever you do is helpful to somebody else, and that brings gratitude to you and that satisfies you. And so saying no is always hard, but learn to say no, because it's gonna do so much good for you. Otherwise, all the things you're gonna be saying yes to will start eating you. Number five is embrace the change. Whatever change comes your way, embrace it, because change is very difficult to handle. Change is hard to navigate, but every change, whether bad, whether good, is change, and you gotta embrace it. Number six is invest in people who invest in you. I've seen this one play mostly in relationships, where it's like not even like romantic relationships, just relationships where maybe you want to be friends with the popular kids, or you want to be friends with the cute kids, or whatever, the smart kids, and you're not among them, and you try so hard and you invest so much of your time in them, and they're not investing their time in you, and you basically just become a puppet. You don't want to do that, okay? Invest in people that invest in you, people that value who you are, other than just investing your time and wasting your time in useless things. Number seven is trust your gut. I am the kind of person that's like, whatever comes to my gut usually tends to be correct, but I always second guess myself. I'm like, I think this is like even on exams, I'm like, I know this is correct, but I mean this sounds sweeter, so maybe I might just go with this one. But then my gut is always correct, and then I'm like, screwed. Okay, we're screwed, then what? So trust your gut. Always trust your gut. Number eight, don't let the goal of perfection keep you from improving. There's a lot of people that are so obsessed with being perfect. Like, we're made with flaws for a reason, okay? we are sinners for a reason. I mean, we were never sinners, but like sin has entered us, and that should tell you something. You're never gonna be perfect. When you try so much to be perfect, you're literally gonna keep yourself from improving, from growing, from being a better person than you are today. So stop it. Stop. Number 9 is operate in your zone of genius. This is really good advice for somebody who is in college. Okay, if you know that you're incapable of some type of degree or some type of whatever, and you're just getting pressure from your parent or whoever, stop it. Okay, operate in your zone of genius, whether that's at work, whether you're a mom, you're a dad, you're a friend. Do things that you're better at, do things that you're capable of, do things that you're strong at, not things that literally just want to make you look perfect in the eyes of men. That's not what you want to do. Do things that you're actually good at. Number 10 is seek to understand when dealing with conflicts. Most of the times when a lot of people are dealing with conflicts, we tend to side with one side. Okay, you tend to side with the side that makes sense, or whichever part that sounds better or that aligns with what you want to, what makes sense to you. And you don't want to do that. Okay, understand each side. Don't just pick and choose the side that sounds better for you, but because that's your friend, so you're gonna align with your friend. Don't do that. Number 11 is busy doesn't mean productive. Okay, busyness doesn't equal productivity. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're doing something that's gonna help your life in the future. That's something that I've learned. All these things, I'm saying them like you, but they refer to me because these are the things that I've learned. But yeah, busyness does not equal productivity. That's something that I've learned. And most of the times when I tell somebody I'm busy, sometimes I'm like literally just sleeping in my bed. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to talk to you, or I just don't want to put in the energy. So I'm like, I'm so busy. Oh yeah, I'm actually sleeping in my bed. But just know, you could be busy doing foolish things. Like that's just, it takes time. It takes time, but it is something that is to be learned. Number 12 is sometimes you just have to feel the emotions, whatever it may be. Okay, wallow in it. Like, embrace the sadness, embrace the joy, embrace the anger, embrace the sorrow, embrace everything, embrace every emotion that God has given it to you or to me. Embrace it. And that's something that I've had to learn. Like, you gotta embrace it, you gotta be in the moment, you gotta enjoy every second of it. Okay, number 13 is not everything has an explanation. I'm that type of person who always wants an explanation for everything. Like, if somebody tells me something, I'm like, why? If somebody gives me a statement, I'm like, why? If you ask me a question, why? Like, you're asking me a question, I'm answering you with a why. Like, why are you asking me that? Like, why do I gotta do that? Like, everything for me has to have an explanation, and that's something I've learned, that not everything in this world gotta have an explanation. Number 14 says boundaries are essential. We all need boundaries. If somebody crosses your boundaries, then they're being disrespectful to you. If you have boundaries and someone crosses those boundaries, then they're disrespecting you as a person. So make sure you maintain your boundaries and make sure you make them known that these are your boundaries, and not allow people to cross those boundaries. Number 15, play the cards you've been dealt with. This is something that we've all heard, and this is something that I have learned to do. Play the cards that you've been dealt with, and it goes with operating in your genius. Use what you've been given, use the gifts you've been given to better yourself and to be the better version of yourself. Number 16, fame and success won't heal your wounds. Okay, some people want to forget about the past and their hurts and their everything, and then they want to just get rich, and they think that's what's gonna make them feel better. That never really works. That's something that I've had to learn. You have to deal with your wounds and your emotions and mend those relationships. If you just ignore them, it's literally gonna impact you in a way that you don't want to be impacted. So work with them now. Number 17 is it's okay to keep things private. There's so many people that literally share everything on their social media, everything with their friends, everything with people that I know. No, certain things gotta be private. Certain things you just gotta find people to tell your secrets to, okay, or your private information to. Not everybody you see you're gonna open your mouth and tell them. Like, you're gonna get hurt in the end. Number 18 is you can't force people to change. I am the kind of person that, like, I strongly believe in somebody. I strongly believe they're gonna change. I have to make sure you change. Like, I have to see you change. But I have to learn that a lot of people don't want that. Like, they don't want to be forced. They want to change at their own right time. So you can't really force them to change. Just let them be. Number 19 is prioritize things that are important to you. You gotta find what things are important to my life. What are they? Where do I place them? How important are they to me? Not only are you finding the importance of them, but also what are those important things, and then prioritize them. Number 20 is it's hard to see the world through another person's lens. Okay, this is where judgment comes in. You're always judging people, always assuming things. Like, that's not okay. People go through different things and people see the world differently, and so you can't just like judge them like that. Like, I have had to learn that, okay, and I'm still learning. The last one is go after what you love, be good at it, and stay consistent. Okay, so if you love to do YouTube, if you love your new job, if you love your parents, if you love your boyfriend, do it with a grateful heart, do it lovingly, do it kindly, work hard, do it in a way that satisfies you, okay, and enjoy what you're doing. Don't just do it because you're forced to do it, but enjoy it, okay. All right, guys, that is it. Those are the 21 things that I've learned in the past year. I guess last year. Those are the things that I learned last year, and I'm still learning. I mean, there's things that I have to work on, things that I have to practice and keep reminding myself, but there are things that I learned. I hope you were able to be like, oh yeah, I do need to do that. Oh yeah, I do need to prioritize that stuff. I do need to learn this and make boundaries and stuff like that. So I definitely hope you enjoyed this video. Continue recommending me videos you want me to be doing. I will be dropping them down, okay? Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.